this is the last day on the Mini of my holiday. The solder tags for the battery terminals turned up, so I started putting them on. Let me just flip this round and show you. Right, so I started doing the electric side of it. These two posts here are going to be the main vehicle ground. So as you can see, both cables go to this earth point on there. This point is going to be the 12 volt for the car. So there's going to be a tap off of there. That's going to run the front to the starter motor. And you've then got the breakaway connector. So that connects together. And that starts the 24 volt side. So this is still 12 at this time. Add another 12, 24 volt. We got this little buzz bar here. As you can see, there's only one stud on it. I've got to put another 3 in there, but they're going to run one up to each pump. So one outlet to each pump. And so far, I've got the ground for that pump. That goes up there, and also look, you can see hydraulic hoses hanging here as well. I've got to put all these in neatly yet. They're literally just thrown in there at the moment just to make sure I had the right ones, but I'll talk about that in a mo. So yeah, obviously the ground for this pump, that goes down, same ground as the batteries. And I've taken the second 2 pumps out at the moment. I've got to ground these as well, but I've got to make a neater job of that. Once I've got all the hoses in, and didn't think it'd be this bad really, but there we go. So that's just what's that? That's the front, I think, or is that the rear? That's the rear. So that's the rear hoses, just as I say, just lashed in, just coupled up, just to make sure I've got the right lengths, the right, you know, angles and everything on them. I've got to turn a couple of the little 90s, so I've got to sort of twist them and make them sit a bit better. But that's easy enough to do. Yeah. So that's it. Oh, and also bought these as well. These are you weld this part to the car, and then you've got a way of clamping the hoses. I'm thinking of putting them on the inner sills down in there, so just some way of keeping the hoses neat. Because obviously once they got pressure in them, they do twitch and move around a bit. Yeah, there's not really a lot else to show you. Just wiring really. So I'm cracking on with this. Then really, I've got the hoses, I've got the batteries. All I need is oil in the tanks and a switch box, and I could get it moving. Right, what else is there to show you? I don't think there's anything else. Let's just oh yeah, I'll show you quickly if you can see it. It'll be bright enough. Yeah, I think so. Just up there, there's the hydraulic hose that goes to the front ram. That's going to go to here, and that is going to go, don't know where yet, but that is going to go through that panel there, and then the front to rear hose, if I can get it in my hand, just twist it a bit. The front to rear hose is going to go, oh, it's trapped. Anyway, yeah, the front to rear hose is just going to go on the other side of it. Got a little bulkhead connector coming. So yeah, it's just a lot of fiddling around now, but like I say, this is my last day. Can't do no more now. Back to work in a couple of days. Bit disappointing really. So much I want to get on with. Oh yeah, and there's that little terminal there. Do you remember how close that was to the post there? And seeing as that's going to be 24 volt positive, I've put a little rubber boot on that, and that's actually got underneath there, that's a standard battery terminal, you know, the one with the 2 little screws that screw in the top and hold the wire in, but I've soldered it. So yeah, there we go. Can't really show you much more, you've seen it all now. So here we go, Juiced Mini. thank you very much for watching. Quick update. Ta-da!